Welcome to a full day of eating in order to stay lean as a dad of 3 who has his kids half the time. The purpose of this video is to share with you how I have to adjust when I'm on my own so that when I'm with my kids, I can enjoy some of the finer things. And because I'm still pretty stressed out about my whole situation, I like to eat my emotions every once in a while. I like to enjoy popcorn. I like to have ice cream. I like to take the kids out for burgers and order a pizza in on a Friday or Saturday night and enjoy it with the kids. So when I'm not doing that, I need to make sure everything around the rest of the time without them is dialed in. And it's been working pretty well. I'm right now about 210. This has got to go. This is not acceptable for me. I've been easy on myself, compassionate on myself because of the amount of stress I've gone through, but I'm getting to a place where I want this to be more the norm, because if I stuck to this all the time, I could get down to 200, which is more my fight weight, and that is the intention, and you guys are gonna motivate me. Since coming off the TRT, there has been some things I've noticed that have been crucial. Protein intake. We all hear about the importance of protein. I had no idea how crucial protein was until I came off the TRT. I noticed that when I slack on my protein without the TRT, I really flatten out. I feel weak in the gym. Recovery is really off. Like, it is like day and night. Also, everyone knows the importance of water, but when I don't get at least 4 liters of water in, again, mental clarity, energy, sleep quality, I just know it's day and night. All right, so I always start the day with 1.5 liters of water. I go to the gym on an empty stomach. I start off with some aminos and I have some greens powder. So I get 1.5 liters between these 2 products here. And then in the gym, I use this stim-free pre-workout, and it's really, really good. It's got lion's mane in it, so it kind of feels like caffeine and doesn't have a crash. So I have a bit of that. Remember, I've been caffeine free for over a year now, so there's no caffeine in this protocol at all. My first meal post-workout is, now I don't have peanut butter, it's just straight up protein powder as well as some unsweetened almond milk. And on days that I'm not doing weight, I'll sneak some peanut butter in there as well. But I don't have fats post-workout. I like to keep it just protein. Second meal, and I make this meal while I'm doing the shake, is an omelet. I got back into omelets. I freaking love omelets. I'll do 50 grams here of protein. I have some mushrooms, tomatoes, spinach. I'll throw some hot sauce on there, some coconut oil. I mix up the veggies almost every week, so I get into a nice little mixture, and it's a very easy meal to make. It's very easy to eat. And what I also find is the theme of my meals is that I'm hungry. So this is a very fast digesting meal. Like, I'm hungry again within 2 hours, which sets up my next meal. And I like to alternate between white shrimp or chicken wings. All right, I typically just buy chicken wings. This week I got them from No Frills. Normally I'll get them from a nice butcher that are seasoned. My kids love the chicken wings as well. Kids aren't into the shrimp. And I'll have a little tzatziki sauce, dip them in there, or blue cheese, homemade blue cheese. And I alternate for my meal 3. And this will typically carry me to the evening time. And the evening time, I always go to steak. I like the barbecue. I have some corn because it's the summertime, asparagus, nice and simple. Sometimes mix up the veg, and that's pretty much it. It's a very basic protocol. It's very, very simple. It's not time consuming. It's very easy on the cleanup as well. You know, as a single dad now, I frankly am so busy. There's so much to do. I just don't want to spend time doing a big cleanup. And another little thing that I've always enjoyed as a bit of a craving crusher is some form of diet drink. I don't go too crazy all the time, but as you can see here, I kind of experiment with different diet drinks. I just kind of mix them up. Right now, I'm into this stuff here, this Dr. Pepper and this A&W. And that's pretty much it. The biggest challenge for me is just creating the time to make the meals. I'm one of those guys who will just go 6 to 9 hours without eating and starve myself. And just because, hey, I can get away with it and I don't have like a competition goal, so I don't like see the consequence of it, but it starts to build up over time. You don't look as full in the mirror. You're not making consistent gains and progressive overload in the gym, and you just don't have that harder looking body. So I find staying consistent with a simple meal plan is the way to go for me right now. And for now it works, and that's all that matters. Calorie wise, you're looking at about 2,200 calories. Protein is over 200 grams. I'm 210. It's probably closer to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, which is the golden metric. And you know, when you factor in some peanut butter here, some incidentals, you're looking at 50 grams, 50 grams, 50 grams, 50 grams of protein all across the board here. You will notice that there's virtually no carbs. Don't worry, I get my carbs when I'm with my kids. I strategically bring in the carbs, and I don't really track them, and I don't track the fat on the days that I'm with the kids, but whatever I'm doing with the kids is offsetting the deficit that I'm creating here, because my weight hovers about between 208 to 212 most of the year. If I want to come down under 200 pounds, I've got to maintain something very similar to this without all the cheat foods that I have when I'm with my kids, and I've got to introduce some healthy carbs pre and post workout. I know how to make those changes. It's just not my priority right now. Right now, being shredded just isn't the goal. As much as I look at photos, I'm like, oh man, you're looking a little fluffy. You look so much better in 2016, 2017. I'm also not juiced. I'm also not on the TRT. So I also have to reset my expectations. And I'm starting to learn now what it looks like to eat and to live this new type of life, while also training without any assistance, any enhancement. I'm starting to see that I was able to get away with a lot of, I guess, what's called metabolic flexibility. I could abuse my body more with crap and still be lean. I just can't do that now. So I'm learning kind of like how to rediscipline myself. It's almost like I've got like a new machine I'm learning how to use. Why the heck am I sharing all this? I do believe that vulnerability creates more vulnerability, and I just see the internet is just full of fake people, and you guys are sick and tired of fake, aren't you? You guys want real and raw. And I heard a pastor, I think it was Craig Rochelle, say the definition of transparency, I don't know if this is the real definition, but transparency is people admiring you for your strengths, but connecting with you on your weaknesses. And while I could project just strength, I'm pretty good at that. I can do that. I know how to only show you the good, but what it creates is a disconnect in our relationship. What I'm most inspired by is connecting with you and helping you believe that what you want to attain is realistic, all right? If I can sort this out, going through a whole new phase, you can do this too. And I know a lot of people who are watching this are in different seasons of your life. So I'm trying to help you guys realize that strength can become your weakness if you don't understand that you're also human and that life happens in phases and in seasons, and things are temporarily, and sometimes you need to bend and to adjust or you will break. I got a little intense there. Let me know what you want to see next, because you inspired this video. I want to hear your input on what topics you want me to continue to cover: more muscle building, more fat loss, personal. We want to get back to some more tactical training stuff. I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget, level up or level off.